What do you get when you cross a Wattpad story with a TikTok actor? Well, you get sidelined. Not the verb, the movie. If you don't know what Wattpad is, it's a content sharing site specifically for written work, like short stories or original novels. And if you don't know what TikTok is, picture that giant floating island of trash in the middle of the ocean. I didn't discover this movie on my own. It was actually recommended by a coworker, shout out Jobs, who told me she couldn't believe Noah Beck was in a movie. Noah Beck? Yeah, I know several Becks. But I don't know no Noah Beck, so I looked him up, and this is what I found. I've seen enough, put him in a movie. As I mentioned before, this movie is based on an original Wattpad story called The QB Bad Boy and Me by Tay. First things first, posting an original story online and having it get turned into a movie is an incredible accomplishment. Second thing second, I wonder what changes between the movie and the book to make them drop the bad boy moniker. And third things third, why is this guy your lead actor? But hey, I'm jumping to conclusions. Maybe he has 34 million followers because he makes really good content. 34 million followers, huh? Here's Sidelined. Dallas is just your average girl at your average high school. Parking lot wheelies, hallway struts, people swaying in like a hypnotic trance. You know, high school. Meet Drayton Leahy. He rides a motorcycle to school. Also, he has tattoos and a hickey, so he's pretty much the coolest guy in the world.
Present.
Starting the year off with a low bar, Mr. Leahy.
There's only one way to go from here.
Just once, I'd like to see an accurate depiction of high school.
There's only one way to go from here.
Bro, sit down. Okay, so Dallas just transferred here because her brother is the new football coach. But don't worry about, like, the new girl trope because everyone already knows who she is.
Dallas Bryan. She just transferred here.
In classic meet-cute fashion, Drayton plows face first into Dallas's car. But he's really sorry about it.
Crap, I'm sorry.
He's so sorry that later that night he shows up to her house with an envelope of cash because the movie wants you to know that he's rich and she's poor.
I'm not your charity case.
It's not like that, all right?
If he's so rich, why can't he afford sleeves? Dallas's whole personality is dancing, so this movie has multiple drawn-out dance sequences. But I know nothing about dancing, so I can't say anything negative.
Stop.
Thank God. At lunch the next day, or maybe it's the next month, it's not very clear, Dallas sits at the popular table. Ugh, I can smell the body spray from here. She and her best friend Gabby get invited to the party. And who could say no to this?
Well, what, you don't ever have a itch that needs to be scratched?
Stop. Look, as a guy talking to a camera in a basement, it shouldn't be surprising that I didn't go to very many high school parties, but do they usually take place in a barn and have full bar service and vases full of glow sticks? Someone put a lot of effort into this party just for her to drop her trash on the ground. Gabby goes home with her boyfriend, so Dallas drunkenly walks home in the middle of the night. Truly, this movie could change tones so quickly. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh, thank goodness, it's just the popular quarterback who's never heard the word no before. And he takes her back to his bedroom.
You think you're so smooth.
But don't worry, because remember, they took Bad Boy out of the title.
Excuse me, because I'm a jock, I don't understand consent?
And Dallas peacefully wakes up to a bowl of M&Ms and the sound of Drayton and his dad arguing.
Any idea how humiliated I was?
Add it to the list.
His dad is played by some guy named James Vanderbeek, but I was too young for Dawson's Creek, so that name means nothing to me.
Excuse me?
One of the biggest issues for Drayton is that he feels like his future has already been decided by his father. He's gonna go play football for Waco, and that's that.
What options? You committed to Waco.
But like, what is Waco?
It was an alumni dinner with the head coach of Waco.
There's some coaches from Waco.
You're looking at Waco's next starting quarterback.
Do they mean Baylor? They mentioned several other real schools.
Alabama, USC, UCLA, and Notre Dame.
Hey, I'd be stressed out too if my future depended on a fake school.
Well, these college apps are killing me. They should rename it collegiate trauma dumping.
Collegiate trauma dumping? Say less, fellow Zoomer. Period.
I think he's gonna ask me to be his girlfriend this weekend. Oh my God, are you gonna hard launch?
Hard launch? I mean, yeah, hard launched, queen.
Great.
Snakes on a plane, more like grapes on a bus. After the big game, Dallas is hanging out at the motel when Drayton shows up with a trash bin full of snacks.
Which one do you want?
Those cheesy things.
Then the two of them sneak off to this really cool salsa bar that doesn't check IDs.
We just want to hang out.
Uh-oh, I guess the grumpy coach is upset to hear that on his watch, 2 underage students, one of whom is his sister, snuck off to a bar and didn't tell anyone where they were going.
Go to your room.
Man, adults are so lame.
Sneaking out on a school trip, entering a 21-plus establishment, fraternizing. These aren't small potatoes.
Great. Now I'm craving fries.
So they get suspended for a week.
Dallas, hold up.
Now is not the time to play poker, and Dawson's Creek forbids them from ever seeing each other again, which is going to make the rest of this movie pretty boring. But pretty soon, Drayton shows up to the ballet studio, and we get to watch a really uncomfortable scene.
You're gonna have a conversation with your bodies.
Look, I'm not a dancer.
TikTok says otherwise. Dallas is always rehearsing for her audition to Cal Arts, another real school. But when Drayton finds out she's never even seen it in person, he decides it's time for the two of them to take a weekend getaway to LA. He also books just the sickest Airbnb, which begs the question, what idiot is renting this out to 2 high schoolers? Naturally, they start playing Truth or Dare.
I dare you to prank call Josh and ask if he has any blow-up dolls for sale.
Ha, epic.
Yes, I'd like to place an order for a blow-up doll.
We all know where this is going. I mean, I know they're 18, but they're still high schoolers. Could you tone it down like a little bit? Oh. Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right. Well, they're finally officially dating, which means it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, the tattoo of another girl's name.
It's for my twin sister.
Drayton explains that he lost his sister Abby when he was 8.
She wandered off when no one was looking.
Oh, he meant like actually lost. Well, at least Dallas is there to comfort him.
Your dad's just an overprotective clownfish who loves you.
Was that a Finding Nemo reference? Pretty wild to bring up a movie about a guy who loses his kid. I wish I could say this movie takes a huge 180 and becomes a mystery movie about finding the sister, but instead we get another dancing scene.
Drayton, dinner's ready.
Thank God. And now it's time for Drayton's birthday party, and he's turning 18. But then, if he's 18 now, and earlier he was 17...
I know they're 18.
How did he buy plane tickets? Drayton and his dad get into a fight when Drayton says he might not want to go to generic Waco school after all. So the couple leaves, and the table is left with Dad, Gabby, Nathan, and also this guy. I truly have no idea who this is. He's never introduced, but that's got to be the most uncomfortable dinner.
I think we should break up.
And time. They were officially a couple for 13 minutes.
I didn't realize we had an expiration date.
Yes, you did.
They characterize Dallas as being too neurotic and not living in the moment because she doesn't want to be in a serious relationship before she moves across the country. But, like, she's right, though.
What comes next?
After a tragic montage, Gabby shows up to the studio where she accuses Dallas of having main character energy.
I am sick and tired of your main character energy.
Look, I understand wanting to use modern slang in your movie, but let's just say it's giving cringe.
Nuh-uh.
Main character energy means that someone is acting like their life is more important than other people's around them. But you can't say that in a movie to the main character because it's literally true.
You know what else sucks? Princeton rejection.
Bleh, I got rejected from Princeton. Girl, I didn't even know you applied to Princeton because this isn't your movie. Matter of fact, Gabby... Wait a minute. Gabby? Abby? I don't know. Dallas comes home to find her brother cuddling on the couch with the assistant coach, which is supposed to be another reminder that other people's life goes on without her. Again, good lesson in real life, terrible in a movie.
Dallas, whatever it is, it'll be okay.
Also, I don't even want to get into the ethics of 2 coaches being in a relationship. That's just an HR nightmare.
You weren't the only one who had fun at the away game.
At the same time, Drayton and his dad are having a heart-to-heart, and the truth finally comes out.
You never even asked me if I liked football.
Oh, that's what this is about? He doesn't even like football?
Because I love football.
Oh. Huh?
There's no playbook for being a father.
Wrong. So, Dallas nails her audition, apologizes to Gabby as if that mattered at all, and then tries to get back with Drayton.
I mostly wanted to apologize. I don't know if it's because I'm a Virgo, or if it's because I'm just seriously afraid of losing someone I love again.
What did you just say?
A Virgo? Ugh.
Maybe one day we'll find our way back to each other.
Yeah, or just like text me or whatever. They spend all summer together even though they know there's a deadline, and then Dallas goes off to school and that's that.
Nice catch, Cheer.
Surprise, he decided not to go to the made-up school after all.
What are you doing here?
You're looking at USC's new starting quarterback.
Oh, what a short-sighted decision.
Was it worth it?
Anyway, he's not the worst actor I've ever seen. And as long as he continues to play the hot jock, he's gonna crush it in the sequel. And that's not a joke, they've already announced the sequel. Talk about a touchdown. Like I said earlier, I do think it's cool that an original story posted online got picked up for a movie. Hopefully this opens the door in the future for more Wattpad originals to be turned into films. I mean, Murder Drones, a Valentine story of 2 drones. Just imagine. Pretty cool, right?